Hey, what's up, peeps? How are you guys doing? You know, had to peek back in, drop back in the locker room. I've been on like I told you, kind of like a little tour. Went over to Mexico and came back from Mexico. I had a good time, but I tell you what now, and that's why when I came back, I shared with you after seeing some of the good people in Mexico. Now, not tomorrow, we have a live. I'm looking forward to that live because there have been a lot of things going on, and we're coming up now on the best time of the year. That's going into training camp. Let me get this off because I was working out, guys. Going into training camp and getting ready for the season. So I'm excited about that. Now, I know you guys, I just wanted to kind of take a moment and have a little joke here, have a little fun here, because a couple of things I want to talk to you guys about. I just want to share with you a couple of things. One, things I'm dealing with, some I'm dealing with, some I'm laughing about, kind of. Well, let me give you this first. You see this shirt I'm wearing? I'm wearing this shirt. And you see what it says. Inhale the good. Exhale the bull. Inhale the good. Exhale the bull. Inhale the good. Exhale the bull. Y'all see what this is one of the shirts I got when I was over in Jamaica. And I got it a while back when I was in Jamaica, but I thought it was fitting for me to put it on now since I'm going to be talking about, well, the guy that was probably inhaling the good. And then once he got stopped, he wanted to exhale the bull. That's right, Kavante Turpin. Let me tell y'all something. I am shocked at how this thing has changed. Pleasantly shocked, to be honest with you. I don't know what all the NFL is going to do, but man, in my day, if that had happened, well, in my day it did happen. It's just not like that, but it happened. And this thing would be everywhere. Like, I really have not seen a whole lot of Kavante Turpin getting caught with marijuana or anything else. So, and I'm certainly not judging them, because most of the places now, marijuana's legal. You see what I'm saying? So I know they arrested him here, but I don't know why. Well, not for the marijuana. If he was DUI, speed, and all of that stuff, that's something different. But I thought here in Texas they kind of make marijuana a ticket now. But I'm worried about how it affects the season now. I'm not worried about him not playing this season, but if they ask him, like they used to, or I don't know if if he was in a program or something, and he gets a game or two. I hadn't heard anything about it. I don't know. I just got back, so I haven't talked with anybody about it, anything. But I just wanted to have some conversation about it. A couple of things about this thing also. But one of the things, about Kavante and how important he is, and we do need Kavante Turpin, not just the best return man in the National Football League. I'm expecting him to take a huge leap this year at wide receiver. I want to liken him at wide receiver to K-Dub. That's what I need out of him. K-Dub was a great return. Kevin Williams was a great return man. But K-Dub also came through when Alvin Harper left. K-Dub started with me. I remember games in Arizona when Neas Williams had a pretty good game against me, and it was, I think, a Christmas game. And we needed that Christmas game in Arizona to get the playoffs. I think in '96 when we went on and win our last Super Bowl. And K-Dub went off, put up, I don't know how many yards, but he went off. He won the game for us. I remember saying, boy, that's what I told you. Just what? Because Alvin Harper had already gone, and he made the plays. And that's what I was expecting out of Kavante Turpin this year. Yeah, you did some good things on the return, and you growing and really gotten real good in the return. But I want you now to take a huge step at playing wide receiver. K-Dub was a monster. K-Dub could play outside and then come in that slot. And I need Kavontae Turpin. Now you got George Pickens, so you got the Michael Irvin and Alvin Harper. You are the CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens. I need Kavante Turpin to be ready to make plays on this offense. I ain't even hear about Tobers and all of those guys. Turpin is going to be that guy. You can put him in here, man, and get him in space some kind of way. If you slot, that means put both receivers. George Pickens on the outside, CeeDee Lamb on the inside, on one side of the field. They got to give so much coverage to that. And then you reverse Turpin and send him to the other side of the field, let him get a one-on-one, and just drop a smoke route to him. And now he's in the open field like he's in the open field when he's returning kicks. That's how you use a kick returner. The only thing you're trying to do is create an open field so he can do his open field magic. And those are the things I'm expecting out of him. That's going to be the turn. How many times I've told you guys, the Dallas Cowboys have to win scoring points. They have to be around 28, 29, 30, 31, 32 points a game for us to have a chance at battling this thing in the playoff and getting through those other two teams in our division, in the Dallas Cowboys division that was in the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? So I'm pleasantly happy that everybody's not going crazy about it and talking about Kavante Turpin should never play again and all that stuff. That's the kind of stuff they were doing when I was playing. And let me self-indict. Let me self-indict because I told you guys when we were going over that Diddy stuff that doing and these documentaries coming out. So doing drugs all like that, doing all that kind of stuff that they were doing. I'll never go there. I'll never do it again. No way. No, because it just takes you there. If you have 2 women, next time you want 4. If you have 4, next time you want 8. If you have 8, next time you want 16. You know what I mean? Literally. That's what it does. It removes all the inhibitions and you just keep doing it. And if people are doing it with you, and you guys heard all about it in the P. Diddy stuff. If people are doing it with you, then everybody's just going crazy. I swore it off 30, 40 years ago. 30 years ago, I'd never do it again. I don't want to say 40. It ain't been 40 years. It's certainly been about 30 years. At least 25, I know. You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean that I do partake in CBD. Now, the question you got to be saying to yourself, how is it that he partakes in CBD? I was just rubbing. I had something around here the other day. I was rubbing some on my knees. When I rub them on my shoulders when working out, the CBD to help me out. But my main concern, I knee pain, shoulder pains from the pain that I got on the football field. My main concern ain't my pain, it's my brain. You see what I'm saying? It ain't the pain, it's the brain. So I partake in CBD. I usually say it this way. I partake in CBD only to try to prevent the CTE. Maybe I can enjoy just a little bit of THC in the mix, if you know what I'm saying. That's all I want to say to that. And I'm just having fun with that. But it is true. It's all true. And how the approach is when it's marijuana or a situation like it is. And I hope Kavante Turpin is not in too much trouble. So because we're going to need him on the football field. But speaking of that, I'm going to after tomorrow. We'll talk tomorrow because I waited after tomorrow. Then Wednesday, I'll fly to London. I'll be headed to London, and we'll talk about this on the live tomorrow. I'm headed to London to start. I'm going to do this big show in London, this big show with Netflix and promoting the documentary. And you guys can help me with maybe, I don't know what I could do about it, but it'll make me feel better if we talk about it. Let's do that here tomorrow, okay? The live conversation about a lot of things, about the London trip, about the documentary, and about my great friend. All right, talk tomorrow, guys.